We are back now with two acting greats. Molly Ringwald and Bob Odenkirk have starred for years on the screen, and now they are teaming up on the stage.
Yeah, they are starring in the Off-Broadway show, Are You Now or Have You Ever Been?
So the play follows the work of the infamous 1940s House Un-American Activities Committee, which investigated anyone suspected of having communist ties, including some powerful members of Hollywood as well. Molly, Bob, good morning to both of you. Love the concept. For folks who may not be familiar with this particular part of American history, the play, we should point out, based on actual transcripts from those committee meetings.
Yeah.
How do your characters fit into the story?
Do you want to go?
Well, I play Lillian Hellman, who was blacklisted, and my part is a letter that she wrote. I don't want to give too much away, but she's a pretty formidable presence. And you?
Yeah, I play Lionel Stander, who people might remember from Heart to Heart, the TV show.
Yeah.
He was the butler, Max.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he was an actor his whole entire life, and he appeared before the House Un-American Activities Committee twice to say that he was not a communist. But it didn't matter. Just having his name associated with this whole thing meant he was blacklisted. He ended up not, struggling for work, doing nightclubs, going to Europe for a couple of years. It's one of the reasons he's in Once Upon a Time in America. He's in that movie because that was shot in Italy. But he struggled for work for about 15 years and then was slowly found his way back to another career in showbiz. But it was a very tough time for the whole country and certainly for people in the arts because for some reason everybody got very scared and excited about who might have been a communist or even just attended a meeting or been friends with somebody who was. And it became this blacklist and people didn't work and were forced to testify. And so the play is, as you point out, transcripts from the actual hearings that a great playwright, Eric Bentley, cut together. And you see every side of it. You see people who name names, Elia Kazan and other people like that. You see people who fight and push back. You see every side of it. It's very entertaining. It's got humor. My character, Lionel Stander, just gave him a big... Gave him the finger. Sorry, can I say that?
You can.
You can leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
And Molly, this really does sort of have a revolving door of talent, if you will. And you two are now stepping in for the next few weeks. How do you find your groove so quickly? How do you get your tempo going?
Well, it's a story that's always really been interesting to me from the time I started in Hollywood. I didn't learn about the McCarthy era in school. I actually learned about it on set because somebody that I worked with was friends with Kazan, and I really wanted to work with Kazan. And I went out to a dinner meeting with someone, a director, and she said, "Oh, who do you want to work with?" And I said, "I'd really love to work with Elia Kazan." And she said, "Oh, what would you call it? Naming names?" And then I went back to work the next day, and I told my friend, BJ, and he freaked out, and he said, "But they already had every name. They already have it, and so, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. So I started to do a lot of research about it, and it really was this time in American history that you think can never come back, and yet we are in that sort of environment now.
Bob, we love when you come visit us today, and there's been so many great things over your career to talk about. I mean, from comedy to drama, from screen to stage. You also even told us about an album.
Oh, my God.
We want to know how it's going. Is there going to be a tour?
Well, if I survive Are You Now or Have You Ever Been Off-Broadway, and the audience doesn't hate me and kick me out the door, I will try to come back with a tour of me singing. Look out.
Sell out. You're going to sell it out.
They're all comedy songs written by a friend of mine, Mark Nutter, a great writer from Chicago who I've known my whole life. And so we're putting them together, and we may do a little tour, yeah.
Molly, Bob, thank you.
Thank you.
Come back when the rom-com starts.
Oh yeah, One Night Only.
Yes.
In August.
Wanna
yeah,
talk about that.
with Callum Turner, Monica Barbero.
Oh, it looks awesome.
All right, Molly,
Excited about
Bob,
that.
thank you. By the way, you can catch their run on Are You Now or Have You Ever Been, July 14th through August 2nd over at the New York City Center.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.